But eight's crew. Again, I don't know if they're UM but that's hard work. Alright, well, it took me about 2 hours, but I've gotten to the, what would I guess be called the northern border of South Beach, which is 21st Street. This is when Collins Avenue starts to get a little kind of New Yorkish in its traffic volume and its number of taxis and its feel, and I don't know if that's intentional or just all these New Yorkers that have come down here kind of made it that way. So well, it turns out I made a wrong turn. I should have turned to 15th. Instead, I turned to Lincoln Road. I had to correct myself. A little course correction. And now I'm on the right track. Of course, everybody wants to turn to 15th Street because everyone wants to go over to Ocean Drive, which is what we're doing right now. No outlet, or maybe not. Or maybe. Yes, we are here. There we go. stop to take a bit of a breather while I'm down in South Beach. I'm on 12th Street, or between 12th and 11th, and here's another bit of architectural novelty. This is the Gianni Versace house. For all the fashionistas of the world, this is their Dakota. This is where they come to mourn the loss of their fashion guru. Well, I was going to point out the Clevelander, but it's apparent that the Clevelander is undergoing some major renovations here. It's being completely rebuilt. So, I guess we won't do the Clevelander. We'll sneak up on some touristy people posing in front of the Miami Beach sign at Art Deco Park. March 27th, 2008, and it's 80 degrees at 11:10. Took me about 2 hours to get to South Beach from Hollywood, taking my own leisurely pace, not breaking neck in it all. Now, another part about this area here, if you remember the movie Scarface, it was about this spot right here, except there wasn't as loud music playing. There was a bunch of old people sitting on couches as it was in 1980. And it's where Tony Montana shot his little cocaine cowboy in the middle of the street in that wonderful movie Scarface that we all remember. I love that movie. So, note the Colony Hotel next to the Boulevard and the Starlight, and, well, Johnny Rockets wasn't there, obviously. But, yeah, go back to that scene in Scarface when he comes crawling out of the hotel into the middle of the street and shoots the cocaine cowboy. And it's a lot different looking probably then than it is now, but Colony Hotel, it's still there. Well, I made it down to the end of South Beach, the end of Miami Beach, and I'm at what formerly was South Point Park. I was looking for it as I biked around. Couldn't find it. Turns out there is no more South Point Park because the park has all been completely bought up by developers, and it's all a construction site now and it's condos. So the view that you're getting right now is because I went around the back of a Smith & Wollensky's steakhouse, and that's how I accessed the jetty here on Government Cut. So no more park in South Beach, I found out. But that's Fisher Island across the way. You want to talk about rich? Fisher Island, that's rich. You don't even have a road to Fisher Island. You have to ferry into that. And down the ways is the seaport with a large container ship. And there's my next destination right in the distance, downtown Miami. Gonna hit the Venetian Causeway up to about 21st Street again and bike on over to downtown. Let's do it. Okay, well, just as I say that, I'm proved wrong. I see that all the construction that's going on is going to be improvements to South Point Park. So they're actually going to make something of it. This is not going to be condos and stuff going up. It's going to be a brand new park. I just showed up at the wrong time. Oh well. Anyway, Alton Road, up to Venetian, over to Miami. Let's go. One other place I have to mention before we leave the South Point is this restaurant, Joe's Stone Crabs, which people wait 2-3 hours for a table for some overpriced stone crabs, and people swear by it. I don't get it. I'll admit I've never eaten here, never would be willing to wait that long. But I think Joe's got a scam going here, because there is no stone crab that is worth that much for that long a wait, but it's like the hoity-toity place to be seen, and I just don't get it. Anyway, that's my opinion.